It is I. You're welcome. Did you come to see my show? Fantastic. Always love to see a fan. You hear that they built this theater just for me. That's the rumor. And rumors are usually true. It's quite the production. I used to be in Hollywood, but they decided to go a different direction. Their loss. They want to go with the hickey talks and the youngsters. But I am made for the stage, so I'm quite happy here. If you'd like to see how the workers built this 2-story dressing room, of course, I'm on the top floor, penthouse if you must, and just stay
Miss
tuned.
DB, we need you on stage in 5 minutes.
Yes, and I will be on the stage soon, so I'll see you there. Hopefully you're in the balcony.
All right, where we left off last time. So we got most of the bottom floor, and then we just put a little wall up on top there. So let's keep going. There's a lot of little things to put in here. All right, speaking of little things, now we just got a few things to put here. And you'll notice that that's really loose. Number one, that was the wrong one to the wrong hole. It does fit. But number two, I have a point that if it is loose, and there are a few pieces here and there, not too many, but if it doesn't feel secure to you, doesn't hurt to put a little dab of glue and put it in there. Believe me, you'll love yourself in the future, because when you start tipping this over to put walls in and things like that, and stuff starts falling out of your shelves and you got to figure out where to put it, how to fit your hand in there and things like that, make sure everything's secure before you start assembling the main piece. And we have a little cabinet. This is the bathroom sink. It's in the very back wall on the top floor. Pretty easy, just a box. Since this is the bathroom sink, we got to build the sink. And all it is 3 of these little oblong, oval plastic pieces. Make sure it's only on one side. Take the protective covering. Blah, blah, blah. That's a tongue twister, apparently. So just take the protective covering on all 3 of them, and then just you sandwich them all together. Time to make this look like a sink. All right, since we have 2 floors, there's going to be 2 makeup mirror counters, whatever you call those. And this is for the top floor one. So we're going to, it's a little L shape, it's a combo. It's kind of a makeup counter and a little closet on the side. So that we got a lot of stuff to do here. Just take it step by step. I mentioned gluing if it's loose and things like that. I will say building the actual big pieces, they all fit nice and tight. And that's where the little hammer comes in very handy. So just be careful. So when I was doing some of the tiny pieces, and if you feel the urge to hammer them in, just keep in mind if they have a skinny stem or a handle. For instance, when I did the little suitcases, they have handles, and I tried to hammer it, and instantly it got smushed. Another thing is, I've noticed with this kit, it came with a lot of extra parts and pieces. So I think they knew there's people out there just like me that hammered it and went, oh no. So they gave us extras. So, yay! Thank you, Fifijoy. And we're going to put all our fun stuff on the counter. You're going to see what I mean. There's a lot of stuff that goes on these. So let's get going. There's a couple things that are, beyond tiny, but this is a little jewelry tray. Not too bad. It's just like when you built the sink. It's just one layer. And then as for the jewelry that's inside, you could go super simple if you wanted to. It's actually not that bad. So, because it's so small and you will barely see it in the whole kit finished product, that you could just kind of lay it all willy-nilly in there and nobody would ever know. So just do your best. I just put a glob of glue, put in the little gold bead that's supposed to be probably like a bracelet or something, and then a piece of gold chain. They give you plenty. I have extra once I was done. And just kind of lay it in there like it's a necklace, that kind of thing. The illusion. Same goes for this little guy. It's, a bracelet, necklace holder, jewelry holder. Make sure, again, pull the backing off. I found that a lot of the tiny pieces, the backing just automatically fell off once you punched it out. But every once in a while it's not. And this one, I didn't go exactly by the sizes of the chain that they wanted, just approximate, and then you just kind of drape it on there. And we'll just add them in. You honestly, except for the ones that have, the actual tabs that you stick in, like the little blue jewelry holder, you could put them anywhere you want. As long as it fits, it sits. They want you to make 3 little, probably perfume bottles or something like that. And the way they had it is to make them separate and then put them on. I decided to build them actually on the project. Let's cut out the middleman, right? So I just glued it directly onto the counter, kind of where they wanted it, and then just put the toppers on right there and let it dry there. I found it the easier to do it that way. More stuff. Because we can never have enough costumes and never have enough closets. We have a little teeny one, and it's just 3 little dresses on this one. And there's notches on the bar, so we're going to loop it onto the bar in equal increments. The little notches kind of keep it from going all over the place. And then you're going to loop it onto the little dress. And I'm very thankful we don't have to make all these little dresses. They are very pretty and cute. And it's satisfying when it dangles and sways as you move it. And let's go ahead and put that in. Everything in its place. There's a sticker for the rug, and you could go either way. You can leave it alone. It's perfectly fine. I know why they do it is to cover all those little, when you put in the roof stuff, it covers up all those little spots. Because this rug is a little less dynamic, but it's still pretty. And this floor, we just get a stool. So let's build a stool. It's a little tricky, and they give you extra legs. Thank you. Because I could see this breaking very, very easily. I'm surprised I did not. Once you finally get that into the look that you want, now you're going to put the seat on there. So there's a little disc that the cushion, I guess, gets glued on top, and then the two little half circles or the C's, that's the backing. There's a skinny little sticker that goes around the backing. I was impatient and I didn't do it before the glue dried, so it was slid all over the place. So to learn from my mistakes, wait for it to dry and then put the sticker on. And then you won't be fighting it. All right, time to add our next layer of things. We have a coffee table that's full of stuff. It's just the table itself. It's the wood, then the little clear plastic piece. Just make sure, well, I guess it wouldn't matter if you faced it the wrong direction. Your items that you placed on the table will just face differently. That's all. There's no real wrong way to do this. But first put on the legs, then sandwich all the stuff on top. This is another one I probably would have benefited waiting for the glue to dry. But I just kind of held it together and then stuck the things in there. Again, just wait, be patient. Don't be like me. You can put this little table anywhere you want, but after knowing, backtracking and knowing where the little couch and things are, I would put it more to the left. Just give yourself some more space. Now we're going to build what every diva needs, a chaise lounge. A velvet one too. So the backing is just a bunch of these little curlicues stacked together, and they do give you extras. Now we're going to build the couch. Just like every other. Just think of it just like a box. Just a fancy box. And just be careful of those little legs. Those legs are very skinny. They don't give you extra parts for these. Alright, they give you these velvets pre-cut out. Glorious, love it. And it's completely optional. You can either leave it where the printed is on there, or you can cover it in the velvet. I chose to cover it in the velvet just to make it all nice and fuzzy and fun. There's a little round pillow that goes on there. And it's just 2 discs with the bar in the middle. And then you just glue your velvet sticker around it. We have a lot of fun little accessories, so let's go ahead and stick it on the couch. We're going to put this in here, and this is where I realized, ooh, the table's a little bit too far over, but we made it work. And do be careful of those little legs too. Worst case, if one of the legs do snap, you can always just glue it. It wasn't too bad. Now they wanted you to drape this sticker of a nightgown or something over the back end. I didn't like the looks of it at all, so I didn't put it in. It's like, no, it kind of cheapens it a little bit. I don't like it. If I did put something, I would just put like a little piece of cloth or something, maybe like a blanket or a shawl or something. Just find a old piece of something if you wanted something up there, but I just left it. We're already getting to the walls. So on the top here, because we have that makeup counter, we have to have a mirror. So let's go ahead and build that. And below the little wainscoting area down there, that's going to be all shelves with masks. So it kind of fits above your workstation that's going to be down below. So just keep in mind that make sure you keep it high enough because you don't want to adjust it later. But in the meantime, let's build this mirror. It's very pretty. And now we're going to put all our little masks in here. Just keep them around these shelves. So you see that little dot kind of in the middle? That's a notch that's going to go into the back of your dressing table that's below on the first floor. Hope that made sense. So you kind of want to keep these little masks high. Otherwise you're going to have to readjust it to make them fit. Just cozy them around the little shelves. You can't have a mirror without a mirror, right? We have actual mirror here. So, there's going to be a lot of little pieces that make no sense until you put it in there. Basically, you're going to make, if you've ever made stained glass, so you're going to fit it in all your little slots here. And there's some teeny, teeny, tiny pieces. If it's easier for you, just take the pieces out as you need them. And these do have little protective covers over them. As you do this, you're going to get a good view of my ceiling. It's all wood. I'm out in my craft barn here. And a view of my t-shirt. Extra points if you know what it says. And you're going to get these teeny, teeny, tiny pieces, which it confused me what they were going to be on. But see all those little half circles and then the little circle in the middle? Yep, that's where they all go. And then there's a little, it looks like commas. There's one on each side. They all fit, and they do fit in the little holes there. I'm just using my regular Eileen's tacky glue for this, the quick dry one. I like, because just a small amount will do ya. And these do fit in kind of tight. Not so tight that you'll almost break it, but it fits right in there. So they shouldn't, if you put a little dabble of glue on the back, I don't think they'll fall out at all. Ta-da! Oh, you can see my phone too. I do this all just filming with my phone. I'm not fancy. Okay, now we're going to build the first floor little dressing table. This one's it's got some funky looking pieces, but if you follow the diagrams, it's not that bad. A lot of those holes are just for you to put things on top. And speaking of things, here's the first layer. So we're kind of building it from the back front to the front. So this is just some of the, the eyeshadows and things like that are glued to the back. I'm using this little misprinted ruler. This actually, did this come with this one? Yeah, it did. It's misprinted. There's no, well, you could kind of use it, but it's great and it's perfect for just putting some glue on it, and then I can dab the piece and then put it on the project. I also have used, like milk caps and things like that. And this one actually has a drawer. So let's build the drawer, and then there's stuff that goes in the drawer. Of course there is. We got a lot of stuff. We got a big Broadway production going on here. The two sides have static drawers, so they just get put into place. And then the middle one, you'll notice that there's notches on the drawer on the very back. So you can't put it in from the front. That's so that it doesn't fall all the way out. You have to put the drawer in from the back. And then you just leave it open a little bit. Ready for some more stuff? Let's do it. Yeah, with the little wig here. I think that's good for now. You know there's going to be more. Okay, when you get to this point, there's two ways that you could possibly go. Depends on what's in your kit. Mine has the LED strips, so I'm going to go by the green instructions. And if you have the other ones where it's actual little LED lights, you will go by the orange instructions. The only difference is how it's lit. So I'm going by the green ones, which is the LED strips. Just to let you know. So here we go. For mine, I gotta glue these little clear beads. These are going to be I say in quotes, light bulbs. So I'm just going to put a dab of glue on each one and go on all of them. There's 3 mirrors, so I'm just going to do them all at once so that they have time to dry. Here we go. And this glue that I'm using, it does dry clear, so we're good. Each piece is going to get a mirror, and they fit right in there. So just glue. I tried to get the smallest amount of glue without globbing too much. So I just put it around the edge and then pressed it in and let it set for a minute. And some of the mirrors have little post-its and pictures and things like that. So now's the time to stick them in there. One thing I did notice that while I was making this is you're going to get fingerprints everywhere. So I'll be fingerprinted. Who did this? From years from now. But they pretty much, if you have one of those eyeglass cleaners, they wipe really easily. I did it just with my fingers. Alright, let's put them in. It's going to start really looking like that dressing room table. Of course there's more stuff. Let's add more stuff. Again, I built the little perfume bottles on the project. I didn't build them separate. I just glued them directly on. This one has a jewelry tray too. Same thing. We also have, of course, the script. We have to memorize our lines, so I just stacked it willy-nilly. And there's a little faux little diamond necklace here. You just cut a piece of this and just kind of drape it. I just put a glob of glue and draped it over. Where it lands is where it lands. Alright, so you got this plexi piece, and you're gonna, I don't think it really would matter because this is going to go in the back. You're never going to see this piece. But I think just for good stickability, I would take the little covering off. If you got the LED, not the LED, but the strip lights. And then there's a marker on there, and that's right where you stick the lights on. If you had the other version where it's just a strip of LED lights, you would have stuck each individual through the holes. And it doesn't have the plexi. And there's a little notch on the side where the wires fit through, and you should be good. In fact, let's test this out. Ta-da! Ooh! One last thing, we're going to stick the legs on here. They do give you a couple extras, but just be careful putting these on. And this is why we do this part last. You don't want to knock these off while you're putting all your parts and pieces on. And this is going to be where you'll see what I mean about the placement of those masks. Just make sure they're just above your little dressing table. I think they're meant to look like they're sitting on the dressing table. So you could have, and if I would have known where that was going to go, is put those masks on after you put this piece in. That would make sense. This is very exciting. We're going to put a wall up. Woo! Juggling these wires is a little tricky. There are notches where the wires thread through, and lining up everything. It does go together, I promise you. The organization of the wires in the back, it's kind of up to your own interpretation, I think, but You should at this point have 3 lights left over, and those are going to be all ceiling lights, basically. So all the rest of the wires you can kind of organize in this hole that's supposed to be like the bathroom or something. They do leave you plenty of notches here to keep it in place, and stickers. And this is just kind of how I did it. I think everybody's is going to be a little bit different. You won't see this, so you can do it however you want. Okay, we got a few more accessories. We're going to do a coat rack. And you just put these all together. We got a little purse. All you're doing is putting the sticker all the way around the edges, the blue sticker, and then gluing a chain for the strap. And before you hang this up on the coat hanger, I'm gonna let it dry almost completely. Because you know if you did it right now, it'll just go right off. There's a suitcase that's got lots of stickers on it. It's just 3 pieces all sandwiched together. And let's build another table. This one, the only tricky part was the bottom shelf. For some reason, that one for me didn't want to fit in place. But otherwise, it's pretty straightforward. Remember all those books we made? Here's where we put the last ones. We're just going to stack them. I glued them together into like a nice little stack, and then you're going to glue it on the bottom shelf. Let's put all this stuff we just made inside. We got another wall. We're almost there. We're almost there. So this one's got a couple things. First things first is we're going to put the little curtain on, and there's a dress there. All the pictures have frames. And now we got a bunch of shelves for jewelry. So we're gonna, and accessories. I guess there's some purses in there too. So let's just like we did with the wigs on the last one, we're just gonna build these all up. And then we just build the cabinet around it. This must be a special award because we got one special shelf just for this. We're going to be very good at making shelves by the end of this. This one is going to be mostly just hats. And it's smaller, so not too bad. And a special shelf just for crowns. We have a lot of royal plays. What kind of plays do you think this place does? All right, let's put it on the wall. Time to put the wall up. Oh boy. Closer and closer and closer. Okay, we're moving to the ceiling. So we have a couple of beams that go across and connect the two walls together. Now we still have these 3 lights, remember? So there's a couple, there's one that goes on, well, I'll show you. I really like how they color-coded their lights. So the yellow one's going to go on this side, and it goes in this hole, and then you kind of have to bend it flat so that your roof part will fit there. Don't worry, just bend it as gently. I test it every time to make sure I didn't break anything. These are pretty durable. And then just kind of tape it in place, and there's a little notch there that your wire will loop through. And you're going to do the same thing on the other side. It's just in the slightly different spot. And I just taped down the wires as I went. Once I knew that, okay, this one's pretty much where it's going to be, I just taped it. You can also glue it. I've done that too. Back wall time. So there's a little bit to do on this one. So first off, we're gonna have the handle so that we can access the wires back there. And this is normally where the battery pack would be. This is a little bit different. So there's a couple notches there that you can feed your wire through. I chose to do it through the actual door. But there's also one that goes off to the side, so if you'd rather go that way. Either way, I think, is an option. I probably, where I'll display this, it'll be plugged in all the time, so you can turn it on and off. And there was a question, it is a USB plug. Just get one of those blocks that you have for charging your phone. They're on Amazon. You can get a couple of them for $5. It's always good to I always have a billion of them around from my kids and everybody because they always lose them. So I always have a spare one. I just happen to have an extra. And also the lights when I film and stuff like that, they all have them. So it doesn't hurt to have a few. Now on the side, it's going to be where, you know, the sink that you made. So there's going to be a mirror above it, and then the last light is going to go above that. So you're going to make a little lights fixture, feed your light through, and then you're going to put the wall up. And there's nice little notches for everything. You just kind of have to organize it. Tape it in if you need it. Should be a little something like this. All right, we got one chandelier left to go on the ceiling. I will tell you, this was the hardest for me to do of the whole entire thing. I am so grateful that there are extra parts of these little U-shaped lamps things. For some reason, this did not play nice with me. So I will tell you, patience, patience, patience. When I finally got this together, it was like, woo, yes! Whew, that was a toughie. That's all right. We like to be challenged every once in a while, right? And all we had to do is put this little bracket up into our ceiling. All right, let's put some of our final pieces into place. Ta-da! Yay! It's so pretty. It really is.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. You're most glorious. Thank you.
Encore! Encore!
Encore? Oh, I shouldn't. No. All right. Just a little bit more.
But wait. We're not done. We have an encore. We're going to do one more thing. We're going to make this clothes rack. And all you're going to do, and I've just put all the rings on there just in case. I think there's 14 that you're supposed to use. I just put them all on. Hey, you have extra spots for extra clothes, right? They do give you extra beams. I could see these breaking very easily. But there's just a bunch of them. Just squish them together. I wouldn't use the hammer unless you're super confident that you won't break it. But of course I do. There's wheels on this little guy. And then we can start putting the clothes on. You can just hang them on and then they're loose. You can play paper dolls, I guess. But I glued each piece just for a little reassurance. I don't want to lose all these little guys. And there's one last dress, and we have to make this little guy fancy. The easiest thing ever. So all you do is you put the ribbon right down the middle, fold it over, gather it up, tie it around the waist. Bada boom, bada bing. Little dresses got some bling. And we're done. So pretty. So very, very, very pretty. And so much detail.
All right, that's it. I hope you did enjoy the show. I had a glorious time doing it for you, and I do hope you will come again. I hear that if you hit the little subscribe button, you'll see more of me. Or that other one. Or the many, many other ones that look like me, but of course I'm the best one. So, I'll see you the next time. Thank you so, so much. Bye-bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. There's a bug.